As some of you may or may not know, I have played British Railway, a British rail simulation on Roblox. In today's video, I want over 20 trains that I really want to see in British Railway. Let's get started. Number 20. The Class 185. This is the train that operates with TransPennine Express and formerly First TransPennine Express. This train started service in 2006. I think this train suited the game, since it has 3-car and 6-car consist. It's very useful for semi-fast services as well. Number 19. The Class 390. This is a high-speed train that operates by Avanti West Coast and formerly Virgin Trains West Coast. I think this train suited the game, since it can tilt up to 125 miles per hour. The train could come in 3 consist, such as the 8-car, the 9-car and 11-car. Number 18. The Class 180. This is a high-speed train that operates by East Midlands Railway, Grand Central and formerly First Great Western, Northern Rail, Hull Trains, and Arriva Rail North. I think this train suited the game. And if the developer this added in the game, then everyone will be saying that you'll be going nowhere memes. Number 17. The Class 317. This is a train that formerly operated by Greater Anglia, West Anglia Great Northern, First Capital Connect, Great Northern, London Overground, LTS Rail, C2C, Thameslink, National Express East Anglia, and Stansted Express. I think this train suited the game, with different front variation. And I believe this does suit it semi-fast in the game since the train itself retired in 2022 and was sent to the scrap gods. Number 16. The Class 321. This is a train that operated by Greater Anglia, and formerly Silverlink, London Midland, London Overground, First Capital Connect, Great Northern, Arriva Trains Northern, Northern Rail, Arriva Rail North, and Northern Trains. I think this train suited the game, with 4-car, 8-car and 12-car consist, and I believe this does suit it semi-fast in the game since the train has begun its retirement journey and its farewell tour later this year. Number 15. The Class 175. This is a train that operated by Transport for Wales, and formerly operated by First North Western and Arriva Trains Wales. I think this train suited the game, since the train has begun to be withdrawn by mid-2023. Number 14. The Class 323. This is a train that operated by Northern Trains, West Midlands Railway, and formerly Central Trains, First North Western, London Midland, Northern Rail and Regional Railways. I think this train suited the game, since it has the distinctive sounds that can be heard during acceleration or deceleration. These sounds are generated by the traction electronics. Number 13. The Class 91. This is a high-speed train that operated by London North Eastern Railway, Europhoenix, and formerly Intercity, Great North Eastern Railway, National Express East Coast, and Virgin Trains East Coast. I think this train suited the game, since it's the best train in Britain to date. If it comes, then it'll have a special liveries, like the For the Fallen livery and the Battle of Memorial Flight. Number 12. The Class 365. This is a semi-fast train that formerly operated by Great Northern, ScotRail, First Capital Connect, West Anglia Great Northern, Connex Southeastern, and Southeastern Trains. I think this train suited the game, since it's the clever train known as Happy Train, due to the air conditioning at the front. If it comes, while it's on the waiting list, it's such a shame that this train retired in 2021 and was sent to the scrap god while 3 cars being preserved at EKR. Number 11. The Class 387. This is a semi-fast train that operated by Great Northern, Great Western Railway, Heathrow Express, Gatwick Express, and formerly Thameslink and C2C. I think this train suited the game, since it's the fastest regional train in Britain. Despite its dual voltage, we need to wait and see if the developer added third rail to the game, possibly in the near future. Number 10. The Class 350. This is a semi-fast train that operated by London North Western Railway by West Midlands Trains, and formerly Central Trains, Silverlink, Southern, London Midland, First Trans Pennine Express and Trans Pennine Express. This does suited the game very well for regional services. Number 9. The Class 155. This is a commuter train that operated by Northern Trains, and formerly British Rail, Arriva Trains Northern, Northern Rail, and Arriva Rail North. This does suited the game very well for commuter services. Despite that many of you complained that this train is a Class 153 but with 2 cars. Note: I will explain the Class 153 later. Number 8. The Class 313. This is a commuter train that operated by Southern, Network Rail and formerly British Rail, Network South East, Silverlink, London Overground, West Anglia Great Northern, First Capital Connect, and Great Northern. This does suited the game very well for commuter services. The train does suited with 3 car and 6 car consist, despite being dual voltage. Again, just like the 387. We'll have to wait and see if the developer added third rail to the game. Number 7. The Class 370. This is a prototype express train that formerly operated by British Rail. I think this train suited the game, despite its length of coaches. It goes brilliantly with the Pendolino alongside. Although, it may not be a successful train, but it does has the heart for Britain to tilt. Number 6. The Class 86 and 87. These 2 trains does suit the game since the few operator used it in Britain. That includes Virgin Trains and Intercity, and to name just a few. Number 5. The Class 700. This is a regional train that only operates by Thameslink. Since it has 8 car and 12 car variation, I believe this train suited the game. Again, it's a dual voltage train just like the 313 and 387. Number 4. The Class 483. This is a commuter train that only operates by Island Line. Although, the train is the same as the 1938 stock that used on London Underground. I believe this train suited the game. But it will be a tough decision whenever the developer added a new island or track to be used for players in the game. Number 3. The Class 150. This is a commuter train that operates by Great Western Railway, Northern Trains, Transport for Wales, and many other former operator, like Arriva Trains Wales, London Overground, and First North Western. I think this train suited the game, since it has a variation of the front. The Dash 2 is probably my favorite, while the Dash 0 and Dash 1 are a bit overrated, but let's see if the developer added it for version 1.2. Number 2. The Class 377. This train operated by Southern, Southeastern, and formerly First Capital Connect and Thameslink. This train suited the game. Although again, third rail is the one priority for it to be used in the game, while some variation of the 377 has overhead wires available to be used. And lastly, number 1. The Class 43 HST. This locomotive operated by Great Western Railway, Colas Rail, Rail Adventure, Cross Country, ScotRail and formerly many other operator used it, such as London North Eastern Railway and First Great Western. This is the fastest diesel locomotive in the world, with an absolute maximum speed of 148.5 miles per hour and a regular service speed of 125 miles per hour. I generally believe this locomotive suited the game, as it was one of the golden star in British Rail in history. And these are all the trains that I really want to see in British Railway. If you think there are more trains that you wanted to see that aren't on the list, please let me know in the comments below. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe for future contents. And I'll see you in the next video.